So the sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. DC, Minnesota, land of the lakes, food, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, let's go with the rolls. You know we don't play. We get wild every single day. We got our flaws, but we love our saints. Twist nation, go to like our page. Twist nation.
Got to start over for Facebook. We were connected. There she is.
Twist Nation. Twist Nation. It's on the sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. DC, Minnesota, land of the lakes, food, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, let's go with the rolls. You know we don't play. We get wild every single day. We got our flaws, but we love our saints. Twist Nation, go to like our page. Twist Nation. Twist Nation. Twist Nation. Twist Nation.
What up?
Twist Nation.
Love it.
That was D McCash. Go and find him on iTunes, on YouTube. Did our new intro. We got episode 14. Stefan Diggs.
Trade
him. We got a great episode for you lined up. It's going to be our first video interview. We got a lot of firsts. It's a great episode. We got our new intro. We got our new website, www.twistsportstalk.com. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at twistsportstalk.com.
Yeah.
We got a lot of new news.
And the YouTube.
What?
We're on the YouTube too.
God, every episode he does this. It wouldn't be a twist episode without Greg in my ear. And this and that. And
Don't really sound like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's give a little shout out to our interview sponsor, Bricks Boatworks.
Believe it.
Dock and lifts and all your maintenance, they do it all. So we're going to kick off the show with Tamara Moore. She was a professional basketball player in the WNBA and in Europe. She's a hometown gal, played for Minneapolis, and then went to Boo, Wisconsin for college. So let's bring her in and get this going on.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Welcome to Twist. How are you?
Well, thank you so much. I'm doing great. We're actually on the road right now. Going to watch one of my high school players play in the National Junior College Tournament right now.
Wow. Nice. Where is that at?
She plays at Nyack. They are the #1 junior college in the country. They're playing in their tournament, their conference tournament championship right now, and then they on to nationals.
Excellent. Okay. So, Mike's probably going to start you off with some questions and some intro.
Okay.
Well, this is awesome. This is our first video interview for the show. So, hey.
Yeah,
number one.
So you played for Minneapolis North. You went 29-0 at one point and won the state championship. So we'll go back a little bit. Why don't you tell us about that season?
You went way back 20 years, sir.
Yeah, we got to start back and move and progress.
Yes. So, I went to Minneapolis North High School. We won the state championship my senior year at 29-0. And also, we're ranked 14th in the country that season. Had a lot of great athletes on the team. We actually made history as the first inner city school to win a championship. Great opportunities and a great time.
So you were Miss Minnesota basketball, the nation's #1 ranked shooting forward, and Nike All-American top 20 player. You could have gone anywhere in the country to play, but you chose Wisconsin.
Oh!
That's my guy right there. Yes, yes.
why
I
did I
was,
do that?
I was ranked number 1 in the country. Yes, I was the number 1 small forward, and I was also ranked number 15 overall. I was in a draft class, and graduating class with players like Sue Bird, Swing Cash. So we had a really, really good class of girls, and I got an opportunity to play in the McDonald's All-American game. And of course, I could have went anywhere. Some of my bigger schools were Tennessee. I went to Alabama. I went to NC State. Obviously, I went to the hometown team, Minnesota, but it just felt like home when it came to Wisconsin and a program, and they were on the rise, and we made a lot of things happen and actually won an NIT championship my sophomore year.
So, my question for you is this then. How can you relate to Tyler Johnson of the Gophers coming from North Minneapolis and now, going through the combine, going through the draft process and trying to boost up to that next level coming from the north side?
Yeah, so I actually know Tyler and his whole family. I actually went to high school with his mom. I know his dad really, really well. He's really connected in the community. And just to see what Tyler has done for not just Minneapolis, and not just Minneapolis North, but just in general, the community, the Minnesota Gophers, and just seeing him take been a part of to the next level. He's really a hardworking kid, has a loving mom and dad. He has brothers and sisters that look up to him, and he's just like a diamond in the rough that I think is going to make some noise on the NFL stage.
Okay. So then staying on the college, topic, what was it like playing in a rivalry like Minnesota and Wisconsin?
Oh, the border battles. Oh my God. So for me, it was always the opportunity. I always tell people all the time, the University of Minnesota was a choice of mine. They weren't as successful as they are now. And then looking back, there was an opportunity where I'm 2 years older than Lindsay Whalen. So I always tell people if that was in the reverse, where she was actually 2 years older than me and they were on that rise, it would have been an opportunity, no doubt, to sign on the line to play for the Gophers. But always having an opportunity to come back and play in front of the hometown crowd and play in front of people that have seen me play and grow up was always a great opportunity. So I actually got a crazy story. So long story short, my senior year we started 16-1, went on a 15-game winning streak. We did this thing called Cram the Call, where my coach actually donated money to the Ronald McDonald House to sell out the arena. We did it, 17,000, and our opponent was the Gophers. Up until that point, I had beat the Gophers every season, and Lindsay Whalen came in, had 32 points, and they ended our winning streak and got us on actually ended that 15-game win streak, and it was a great game. And it's actually online right now if anybody wants to see it. Super awesome. And they went from there, and they became a great program.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Lindsay Whalen, because one thing I want to ask is, what do you think about her playing high school basketball in Minnesota and playing college basketball, and then now going as far as the coaching the Gophers? Have you ever thought about that, going into coaching back in either Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Lindsay's story is a dream book story where she might not have had all the most offers coming out of high school. I think from what I know she had 4: North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. She decided to stay home, and she just did what Lindsay Whalen does. She touches, when she touches the court, she wants everybody around her to be better. And I think that for her, it has kept growing and kept growing. She led her team to a Final Four championship, and then she got into the WNBA, won them to numerous dynasty championships. And I think that's what she's able to redo when it comes to her rebuilding that Minnesota program. She just, whatever she touches, it turns into gold. And she's always been that hardworking player, and she's always tough to guard. She's always somebody that's humble, and she's always there to continue for success. And I'm just so proud of her.
Yeah. You did have a journeyed career, but you did stop at the Lynx in 2002. How was it? Obviously growing up here, going to Wisconsin, but having a chance to come back and play for the hometown team.
Yep. So I actually played my rookie year. I got drafted to the Miami Soul.
Yep.
5 games into the regular season, I got traded back home. And it was an awesome opportunity. I mean, it was a little stressful just because being from Minnesota and being the first from Minnesota to play for the Gophers, you get a lot of calls. Hey, I need some tickets. Hey, and I'm like, hey, the game starts at 1 hour. But during a lot of times during pre-game nap, your phone's blowing up. But that just shows that people really wanted to support me while I was here, and being able to say that I was one of the first, it just opens the door. I see that Rachel Banham just signed back here to come home. That's a great thing. Lindsay Whalen got to come back home. So just having that opportunity to say that I played for the Lynx and seeing the success that they've shown, it's always nice to know that I was able to don that uniform first.
That's awesome. So in 2006, you played for the Los Angeles Sparks. Why don't you tell Twist Nation who your coach was?
My coach was Jelly Bean Bryant, the father of Kobe Bryant.
And how
Yes.
was it playing for him?
It was an awesome experience. I think for me, I always say that there's player coaches and then there's X's and O's type coaches. He was just a great player coach. Out of all the opportunities that I had, he believed in me the most. To where it was a situation where I went into that training camp as an alternate and ended up becoming a starter for the full season. So he actually believed in my talent and believed in what I could do and pulled the best out of me. There were a lot of times where Kobe would be already at the gym working out, doing his 6 a.m.s. He would come in, give us a pep talk, let us know what we needed to do, and we actually made it to the conference finals that season. So Jelly really was one that helped me to see my worth as a basketball player.
That's awesome.
Great. And, leading into that, growing up on the north side, and then having Jelly Bean Bryant as your coach later, who were your inspirational? Who are the people that you were really motivated by as a high school kid, as a college kid? Who'd you really look up to?
So obviously family and friends. I think the coaching staffs that I had in high school were always really motivating. I think I really looked up to my playing mentor, which was Shamiqua Holsclaw. I just really looked up to her as an athlete and just seeing how she ran and how she did things. I also was really enamored by Tamika Catchings, who actually was my college host when I went to Tennessee for my visit. I just think overall the game itself, I was a student of the game, so I didn't really have a lot of women to look up to. But when it came to like NBA, and Kevin Garnett was like one of my biggest idols. Loved Kevin Garnett and got to really get to know him once I became a Minnesota Lynx. He was always somebody that was supportive, motivating in games. When Kyler Lamine went to high school for 3 years. So seeing him, Stephon Marbury, just seeing them support us is what it's looking like now, especially with social media, with Paige Buchers getting a lot of love, with Carl Anthony and D'Lo going to the game. So it's just really the things that we were going through are taking it to a new level visually with social media. So I had a lot of good people to look up to.
So life after playing basketball really hasn't ended basketball for you. You're the CEO of the OBA League, and you own the TC Elite Semi-Pro Men's team. Can you touch on those a little bit for us?
Yep. So I started the ownership of my TC Elite team 4 years ago. I saw that there was a need for some opportunities for guys that might not have been able to go to the NBA or go to the G League or go to the overseas. So I took the opportunity to start my ownership. We actually won the semi-pro championship in our season number 2. And then I actually decided that because of some of the leagues that I saw that were out there weren't very organized, I decided, I was like, let me try it. So July 1st of 2019, I launched the OBA, which I got my little shirt.
Hey,
Yay! I'm gonna have to get you guys some gear. Make sure I send you guys some. But I started July 1st. We wanted to just do 8 teams, and now we have 35 teams nationally, and the season kicks off in less than a month on April 4th.
That's awesome. Also, the Global Mixed Gender Basketball League. Are you still involved with that?
Yes, I am. The Global Mixed Gender Basketball League is a gender equality league that is for men and women. So what it is it's former pro men and former pro women playing on the court together at the same time. Equal pay. Everything is equal across the board. The league president is Master P, who also obviously, yes, he's the league president of the league. And we have, teams all around across the country that are owned by celebrities. We have Trina and Trick Daddy. We have Monique, the comedian, also owns a team. We have Tiny Harris, who's the wife of T.I. She owns a team. We have a really good, vast amount of people. Ice-T owns a team in New York. They're really, really doing great things for women and men to bring gender equality to the forefront. And I think for us, it's going to continue to give us an opportunity. Season's going to start soon. We're going to get ready to start combines and tryouts for that. So it's going to be going great.
That's phenomenal. So how did you link up with Master P? I know he's got Minnesota connections. Hersey's playing right now, and his younger son is in line to play. Did you guys meet here? Or did you know each other?
We didn't meet here. I actually met him through Global Mixed Gender. There's actually been 4 exhibition games that we've already played. He owns a team in New Orleans called the New Orleans Gators. So the first game I actually played in, New Orleans Gators played against the Washington Fusion. And we had the opportunity to sit down, talk, and then we had another game a few months later to where we got a chance to do a press tour together to get more, awareness out about global mixed gender. Super awesome guy, loves women's basketball, loves equality, loves the fact that, and I was really excited to see that he moved his kids to Minnesota, because Minnesota really is starting to become the hotbed of sports for basketball for men and women with our Hopkins teams and also with, Mini Haha Academy and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being on. Where can some of our viewers find, the leagues that you're involved with, find you on social media, all that kind of stuff?
Yep. So you can find me, Tamara Moore, on all the social media sites. You can also find the OBA is the OBAleague.com. That's all of our information about our league with our website. Obviously, social media is the same, the OBA League. And then Global Mixed Gender Basketball is the GMGBbasketball.com. If you want to find us there, make sure that you guys look us up, check us out. And we got everything you can think across the board. And we're just going to keep it growing for 2020.
That's awesome. Well, we'll be sure and tag you after the show ends on social media. Hopefully you can share the interview, and we'll have you on again in the future.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect. I'm going to have you guys come out to some games for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, no doubt.
I love your hair.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. He loves my hair, guys. He loves my hair. Thanks, guys. Have a great show.
Awesome. Thanks.
Excellent.
All right.
First video. So how awesome is that? That was on the drive too. So
that was cool. Yeah.
At its finest.
Yeah. I every episode where something Wisconsin sports related, I will extend that to anyone who wants to give us gear. I will represent them.
There you go. Greg can be bought.
Yes.
Believe it.
Now we know. Well, let's kick it off with some sports headlines.
Beautiful. All right, guys. So we got headlines for the week. Number one, we'll start in baseball. Red Sox ace Chris Sale has flexor strain, won't throw for a week. Boston Red Sox ace Chris Sale did get an MRI, did get some tests done, and they at this time do not think that he needs surgery. So they're going to take it moment by moment. Like I said, he won't throw for a week. That's the first headline. Switching over, we'll go to ESPN preparing to offer Peyton Manning record-breaking sum for Monday Night Football job. Tony Romo's days holding the record as the highest-paid NFL analyst in TV history might be numbered. According to Front Office Sports, ESPN is preparing to offer Peyton Manning $18 to $20 million a year to become the network's top analyst for Monday Night Football.
I don't know if you guys heard this, so I would love Peyton to be on. They're trying to trade for Al Michaels.
Yes. Yeah.
And Al Michaels was a part of a trade from ABC to NBC, I believe. I could be wrong, where they traded a cartoon character, the rights to a cartoon character for him. So it doesn't just have to be, we'll give you, Booger McFarlane and whatever. It can be rights to a, stream show or whatever.
Yeah, it was some rabbit that preceded Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
They wanted the rights to. Yeah.
So teaming up Al Michaels and Peyton Manning, I know Monday Night Football is it's been a joke the past few years. It was so bad. Jason Witten was so bad that he went back to playing football.
Yikes.
I think Monday Night Football pushed him out. Like, go play again. You're trash.
That's tough. Yeah, trading Booger is going to be harder to trade than Andrew Wiggins. I'll tell you that right now.
Whose actual first name is Anthony.
Either or.
Oh, best time of the week. Thanks, Abby, for us too.
Appreciate it. All right. Headline number 3, Timberwolves fall to the Orlando Magic, 132 to 118. Malik Beasley drops 29 points in the loss. Minnesota is 2-1 in their last 3 games, and they have a current record of 19-42. Please stop winning.
Yes.
All right. And then fourth headline of the week, red hot Minnesota Wild leap 4 teams to land in a playoff spot for the first time in 3 months. It's pretty remarkable, but after starting the season by losing 8 of their first 9 road games, the Wild pulled off their latest big road win Thursday night by outlasting the San Jose Sharks 3-2 to, believe it or not, catapult them into a playoffs position for the first time since December 6th.
I do want to say this. Thank you, Matt, for bringing me to a Wild game last week. Sorry, Greg. But anyway, as the casual hockey fan that I am, it was electric. We had all gone to a preseason game before. That was my first home, experience of it and the whole, I mean, yeah, we won, but I mean, the goals, we were off our feet, screaming, yelling.
That was kind of your first taste of like a playoff atmosphere of hockey, because they're both contenders, Nashville and Minnesota, just to see everybody on their seats.
And even for the plain eye like myself, I could see the superstar potential in Fiala.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was so electric and fast and fun, and it was just a great time.
Yes.
So thank you again.
Go Wild.
Time for
get out the history.
Some history.
My favorite bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I could rock a baby to this.
It's just a good day.
It is. All right. It's today in history. That would be March 7th. And for those of you listening on RTFnetwork.com, sportsnetwork.com, I beat it before GBG could say anything. You're a couple days behind, but you can still get learned. All right.
Believe that.
Time to get learned.
Here's a first. 322 BC. Aristotle,
back in the day,
the Greek philosopher, died.
Man lived a good life.
In 1857, baseball decides 9 innings constitutes an official game, not 9 runs.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell patents the telly. 1906, Finland granted women the right to vote. You're welcome. 1933, the board game Monopoly was invented.
Too long.
Monopoly?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't do it.
I love Monopoly. It leads to every family argument ever.
Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Abby says, feel free to come get my baby.
Is that anybody watching, or is that just us three? Hopefully
Abby, I'm in the middle of history. I'm trying to learn people, okay?
Give it to John.
1954, John's and Callie. 1954, Russia appeared for the first time in ice hockey competition. Russia defeated Old Canada 7-2 to win the World Ice Hockey title in Stockholm, Sweden. 1955, Peter Pan was presented as a television special for the first time.
Greg's favorite outfit.
Do you know why?
It is.
Do you know why Peter
He
Pan
would look great in green tights.
Do you know why Peter Pan is always flying?
Leather pants.
Yeah.
Because he can never land.
Oh, God. 1955, baseball commissioner Ford Frick said that he was in favor of legalizing the spitball.
Frick that.
1985, the year I was born. Greg, I think, was 35.
9.
The song We Are the World was heard on the radio for the very first time.
Still remember that.
Yep. 1987, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight title holder when he beat James Smith in a decision during a 12-round fight in Las Vegas. 1989, Dino Ciccarelli is traded by the Minnesota North Stars to the Washington Capitals.
Just got my dad a puck, Dino Ciccarelli.
Yeah,
from
last week. 1996, Irvin Magic Johnson is the second NBA player to reach 10,000 career assists. 2009, despite only being 17 years old, Brazilian soccer star Neymar makes his professional debut. Birthdays in history: Franco Harris, 1950. Lynn Swan, 1952. 1955 was old Tommy Kramer, ex-Viking.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Wanda Sykes, comedian and actress, born in 1964. Jenna Fisher, known as Pam from The Office, was born.
Beasley.
And great show, that 70s show, in 1980, Laura Prepon. So for all you redhead fans out there,
got you covered.
There you go.
There it is.
Now we have a new segment. It's called the Bet of the Week.
It's the Bet of the Week.
Matt, why don't you explain it to the Twist
All right,
Nation
guys. So
family?
it's going to be pretty simple. So you're going to have one lock, which is a team that's favored throughout this weekend, and then you're going to have one upset, which is obviously the opposite, a team that is not expected to win this weekend based on spreads or, teams that are favored. So pretty simple. Mike's got a pen and a piece of paper, so he's going to write down each week and keep track for us because obviously everything's a challenge. Everything's a competition here.
Yes, it is.
Believe it or not, we're going to beat Mike this time.
Nope.
Praise God.
MR, GBG, and Mercedes.
Okay, so you can start since you've got yours written right there.
All right, I'm going to start. So my lock this week is Houston beating the Hornets by 8.
Sure.
My upset is the Golden State Warriors favored, or they're not favored by 2 points.
Yep.
But they're gonna.
That means they're underdogs.
Right. So that's why he's the upset, Greg. This is what we're saying, Greg.
Good
That's
God.
why it's the upset.
I know. He started off by saying they're favored by 2.
No, and then okay. So I have Golden State beating Philly as my upset.
There it is.
Now we got her.
Beautiful.
GBG.
Go
All
ahead.
right, my lock is 10.5-point favored Duke over North Carolina this afternoon, early evening, playing at home.
I'm rooting for him.
It's a lot of points, but I think that they need to put a good showing in leading into the tourney, the seeding. And my upset is going to be taking LeBron and the Lakers over the Clippers tomorrow night. The last I saw was 2.5 points. They were underdogs. That I don't know if that changed or not. I'm going to go.
I think that was on a Milwaukee market. You probably saw that on. So.
Good job, Greg. All right, so my bet of the week is my lock is Penn State over Northwestern by they give them 7 points.
You just picked two teams that no one knew even had basketball programs.
What do you mean? Penn State's ranked. Your brackets are coming right up, Greg. You got to know these teams.
They're playing Northwestern. Are they favored by 35?
7. So
Wow.
that's why they're the lock. And then my upset of the week is going to be Texas Tech by 3 over number 1 Kansas.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Write it down.
It's at the Red Raiders. That place is very hard to play in. I'm excited for that. That'll be your upset of the week. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Well, that's a good segment.
Yeah, I like that.
I do like
It's a good
that too. It is. It is. So speaking of March Madness, we are going to do our own bracket, and for the winner, please hold. That's the trophy. So we'll be getting the bracket together, whether it's Yahoo, the 4-letter, CBS, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the Facebook page. We'll put it on the Twitter. We'll put it on whatever.
Yeah.
The Twitter.
And if you win, that's what you win.
Take home the trophy.
So
Yep.
looking forward to having another trophy on my mantle over here against
here
these
we
guys.
go.
My favorite segment, the sports rant.
Blood pressures. Blood pressures. Through the roof.
GBG, why don't you kick it off here?
All right. Earlier this week, as most people know, Spike Lee is the #1 Knicks fan. Season tickets forever, front row, blah, blah, blah. Well, this week, for the past however many years, he's been entering Madison Square Garden through the employee/handicap entrance. They told him earlier they can't do that anymore. We have a VIP entrance. It's not like he had to walk in with people like me. They have a VIP entrance. He wanted to keep going up the elevator into the employee entrance with the handicap entrance as well. Well, they get in this big tussle. James Dolan, who's the most worthless owner in all of sports, has to come down and talk to him. So right now, what's taking up time in the news, sports news, mind you, is this feud between Spike Lee and the Knicks. Here's the thing, guys. Neither one of you are relevant. The Knicks are the worst run organization in all of sports because they have the worst owner in all of sports. And Spike Lee, you haven't put anything out in like 30 years. I don't care that you're the #1 Knicks fan. You know what you guys need to do? Go away. You know, Spike, if you want to start following the Nets and be their #1 fan, who gives a crap? Neither one of you guys matter. It shouldn't take up any relevant information. You're worthless.
First off, you don't tell a diehard fan to go root for another fan. That's like saying, hey, Mike, go root for the Packers.
Well, you should.
You're
successful.
The thing about it is
Yikes.
they let this guy going through whatever he wanted to because he's the face. The Knicks have been irrelevant for years.
Mhm.
So that's like giving chocolate to your kid every night before bed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Every night, here's your chocolate. Here's your chocolate. And then one day, Greg gets a stick up his butt and says, you know what, little Johnny, no more chocolate. And then blames Johnny. Whatever.
It's not the first time they told him not to use this entrance. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
Good rant.
Good rant, Greg. Way to go.
So my rant, I'm not going to get as aggressive this week. I'm not really upset. This is more of a PSA to the Vikings. Jalen Hurts. Hurts donut. One of Hurts' best traits is his accuracy with the football, not his legs. In 4 seasons, Hurts posted a 65% completion rate, but backed everything up, completing 69% of his passes during his senior year at Oklahoma. With a steady base, he's usually able to get the ball out quickly, which could work great behind the Vikings' offensive line. Of course, the main attraction for Hurts, in his own words, is ability to get freaky in the open field with 3,274 rushing yards during his college career. Hurts is a threat to defenses that attempt to take away the passing game. 6'1", 218-pound frame. He can also barrel it from the goal line. Be remiss if we didn't talk about Hurts' characteristics as a leader. After losing his starting quarterback job to Tua in the national championship 2017, Hurts stayed in Alabama for the 2018 season, where most players of his caliber would have either transferred or sulked. Hurts stayed ready and came in to lead Alabama in the SEC championship game after Tua went down. Seems cliche, but after Hurts transferred to Oklahoma, he immediately secured a leadership role and won the job and brought him to the CFP. In his career, he's gone 38-3 as a starter. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Winner.
25th pick in the first round, the Minnesota Vikings select Jalen Hurts.
If you want him, great. As a Viking fan, the 25th pick.
I want the fifth-year option.
The best case scenario for him right now is early third. Wait. Take him in the second round.
I want the extra year, Greg.
Okay. Last week you wanted like Stephon Diggs, second cousin's nephew or something.
Brother.
It's Trayvon Diggs, and it's his brother.
We'll take him in and this is
Now
why,
I'm going up for the player I want.
This is why Vikings stink. Because you go up to get Christian Ponder with like the 8th pick. You go up to get Jalen Hurts 3 rounds too early.
Why do
Wait.
we stink.
Matt,
God.
go ahead.
If you didn't see, we do have a new logo up in the top right corner with our border battle.
How many people are watching right now? A couple?
Yeah, we got a
Let's
few.
go ahead. Smash that share button.
Smash it.
Smash it right now before I rant about some idiot who's a millionaire. Let's talk about it.
You better share this.
So the New York Jets, Quinnen Williams, gets busted with a gun at LaGuardia Airport. Okay, so the gun was not loaded. He had ammunition on him, and under the New York state law, Williams could be charged with carrying a loaded handgun, even though it wasn't technically loaded. That's precisely the same charge that sent former Giants wide receiver Plaxico Burress to prison in 2008. All right, he wound up serving 20 months. Because why are you carrying a gun? I understand gun rights. That's all fine and dandy. Okay. But you're a football player that has a constant entourage. If you're worried about security, let someone else carry the strap. Like, why do you need a gun? You're going on a team trip. So I think that he was headed to Mexico for a team trip. So you have, they talk about how he had a conceal and carry permit where? Alabama. So that obviously doesn't travel state to state. It's as simple as that, man. It's make conscious decisions for your future, build your brand. You don't need to carry a gun on you. Period.
Do you hope he goes to prison?
I mean, I'm not going to wish that on anyone, but I'm just going to say, to make smart decisions, you have this luxury of being a professional athlete. Figure it out. That's what as rowdy as I'll get.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Start bringing up the Second Amendment. Good for you.
Oh, we got a game this week.
We have a game.
Oh.
Twist trivia.
Love it.
This is my. I said Durant was.
What? Oh. All right. Here we go. Caribou, get us a sponsorship. What's up?
They're
Come
Minnesota,
through.
Minneapolis
Yeah.
based.
Come through, Caribou. I'll
Water.
at you when I share this later on Twitter.
So I'm hoping that I have enough so we don't have a tie. I'm rooting for Doge.
Cardboard Doge, Adam.
So there are some easier questions, there's some medium questions, and there are some tough questions.
Yeah.
So here we
Are
go.
we gonna know which one's which?
Oh my God. Sports trivia question number 1. Let's
Run it.
put our GBG to Benzie to Doge. I've been told before that by my dad I can't count, and I didn't have it right before, so I'm going to write it down.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Which player holds the distinction of being the all-time touchdown leader in NFL history?
Matt.
Yeah.
Just touchdowns, period?
All-time touchdown leader in NFL history.
Emmitt Smith.
That was honestly what I was gonna say. I'll
Thank you. for your
LaDainian
honesty.
Tomlinson.
Point Doge.
Dang
The
it.
answer is Jerry Rice. The
Oh.
unmatchable Jerry Rice currently
Yeah.
holds the record at 208. Second place, Emmitt Smith, but at 175.
Ah.
Point Doge.
Jerry Goat.
Number 2, which NBA star won a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against a business in 2015 for using his image without consent?
Oh.
Matt.
Yes.
LeBron James.
Mm.
5.
Shaq.
This was the easy one, folks. Michael Jordan. Point Doge. Wow.
CBD. Cardboard Doge.
Yeah, first off, as much as I love LeBron, his likeness isn't his own. It's Nike's.
Yeah.
Jordan's got his own brand. He's got the Jumpman.
The what?
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Question number 3.
Yeah.
Approximately how much does a football weigh?
Matt. 1 pound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Okay, approximately how much of a window are you gonna give him?
What do you mean?
Approximately? Is approximately 1 pound? Like,
That's the answer to the question. Approximately 1 pound.
Okay.
It's not approximately 2 pounds.
Wow, Greg's losing and
Greg.
he's getting sour
Greg,
about it.
we're still both losing to CBD over there.
What's-
So let's go.
What's new?
On to the next one. God, you can't even be happy for me when I win.
Question number 4. According to many Super Bowl MVPs, what is their preferred destination?
Matt, go Disneyland.
Wait,
It's wrong, isn't it? Oh, thank God.
is it Disney World?
Not according to my
Okay.
answer.
Oh,
I would have taken either. And the funny thing is, Matt rang in first and Greg rang in as Matt. So even if Greg got it right, I would have given the point to Matt.
I love it.
So
I love it.
let's just get this straight. When you're ringing in, please say your own name. Question number 5. In what round of the NFL draft was quarterback Tom Brady selected?
Correct.
Matt.
Oh no, wait.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. I think
No.
No?
Matt first.
last round.
I don't care who wins.
Wait,
so-
did you say last round?
Yeah.
He wants a number.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
Oh, you want the pick?
No.
And last round,
What do you mean?
Give him the. First of all, it was the 6th round. It was the 199th pick.
There you go. I didn't know that.
in the
I thought it
last
was the
round,
last pick.
it wasn't because
There's
the last
7
round
rounds.
is 7.
Oh. Wow. Good job.
Jeez Louise. All right. Number 6. Greg's on the board.
On the board.
Way to go, Greg. Good job.
Which
Proud of
NBA
you.
player prematurely and suddenly retired in 91 after learning he contracted
Correct.
the HIV virus?
Magic Johnson.
What's his real name?
Irvin. And I
There
remember
it
watching
is.
that.
See how
press-
I fuck-
I remember watching that press conference.
Yeah, I bet you do. That
Yeah.
was one.
On the old black and white
Yeah,
tube TV.
Yeah, where Greg was on the bicycle pedaling to charge that TV up.
They moved the antenna.
Folks, we have a tie game.
Beautiful.
Question number 7. Hockey player Wayne Gretzky played for what team in the 1980s? Greg.
The Edmonton Oilers. That's right. Hockey. That's right. You go to me for your hockey knowledge.
Hockey.
Yeah, that's
Question number 8. What is the term for the historic jerseys today worn by many teams on special occasions?
Throwbacks.
Boom.
Yeah, that's right.
If he yells
The
out
old
his name,
school.
If he yells out his name, you got to stop reading the rest of the question.
Oh, that were.
Don't you
I was
tell
going to say throwback.
Mike Trebek how to do his
Otherwise, I'll
job.
have to say my name right now and read the question.
Oh.
No, it still went to him. The question is for our viewers, Greg.
Yeah, Greg, it's for the viewers.
I hope your dad watches this episode and gives you a real lashing for how you're treating me. Question number 9. What player's Twitter handle is at CP3? Greg.
Chris Paul.
You know what? I was going to come out and say before, and I'm glad I didn't, that I think Matt's going to get this. But, I mean, seeing as though Greg's 6 feet 4 inches tall, he is a basketball learned kind of guy.
I can dunk.
Question 10. It is 4 GBG, 3 Benz, and 2 Doji. Question number 10. In what year did Tigataga Woods, y'all, begin his professional golf career? Greg.
1996.
That's right.
Yes. He's pulling away, folks. 5-3-2-2 with 3 questions to go. You're not out of it.
His first professional tournament was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I need to run the table.
You got to run it to win it,
as they say in Scotty.
This is a hard one, I would say. Which NFL team does not play in its home city?
Matt.
Jets. Should have thought about it. You meat sauced it.
Which NFL team does not play in its home city?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jacksonville.
Giants.
It's they all play the same place. No, that's
who is it?
It's the Dallas Cowboys. They play in Arlington, Texas.
No, but the Jets don't play in Jersey.
They both play in Jersey.
Or they both play in Jersey.
Yeah. It's in the Meadowlands. Yeah, it's actually
so they don't play in the state.
It's not even the same state.
So I was right.
You were wrong.
Why? What was the question?
The Cowboys do not actually play in Dallas, but AT&T Stadium is in nearby Arlington.
I understand that, but what was the question?
Which team is not playing this?
The San Francisco 49ers play in Santa Clara.
This is according to the website. There's only one right answer.
I was right.
So was I.
And Doge got it. You were wrong according to the Twist trivia answers.
Oh my God.
So sorry.
Bush League.
There are 2 questions right. And since
going.
Doge got it, you can tie.
Thank
I'll
God.
just come up with a top of mind.
Oh, great.
Greg, for the win. Which company owns the blimps, which are mainstays? Greg.
Goodyear.
It's such bullcrap. Dang it. Good job, Greg.
And for fun.
No.
Yep.
No.
What is the required amount of years a player must be out of high school?
Greg. 3.
Matt, 2.
Greg?
That's right.
Killed it.
Whatever, Greg.
Good job, guys. Good
I could rant about the game.
job.
That's why we have the rant section first.
Yep.
Oh.
Give me to the next bit.
You're spicy.
Put your hands together for the twist topics of the week.
Twist topics.
It's that time of day
Tell your mother.
for the twist topics.
Twist topic number 1.
Yeah.
Is Tony Romo worth his reported $17 million a year to call games with CBS Sports?
Sure he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Well, the cheesy,
Great answer.
The cheesy answer is you're worth what someone's willing to pay you, and I get that. But he is the only announcer that I've ever heard people actually talk about and say, "I want to watch that game because he's the one who's announcing it." You want to respond to that? Or you're gonna
What?
FaceTime?
I love it all.
Okay.
Yes, he's worth it. I mean, you listen to him critique and break down each play before it even happens, right? I mean, he could probably make more money coaching, but if he's good at what he does, so yeah, pay the man. People like to watch games when they're going to watch the game regardless, let's be honest, but they're going to get more people enjoying it. I know people that when they listen to Joe Buck or when they listen to Booger, they mute it.
Yeah, Booger's
they'll literally
horrible.
mute the game, play music in the background, and just watch it that way. So I like it.
Do you know why he's worth it?
Because they'll pay it.
Because he got it.
I like that.
Twist topic number 2.
2. What up?
Who will be the face of the NBA after LeBron is gone? And are they even in the NBA yet?
Good question.
It's a very good question. I think that right now it's trending towards Zion. And I think what makes a guy the face is to have someone, that counterpart, with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, could feed off each other to keep them both relevant. So if John Morant stays on the progression that he's on, I think that it's going to make Zion that much more relevant. So that's what I got.
I'll go with Luka. I think Luka, more internationally known. I mean, Zion is, of course, too. I mean, it's going to one of those two that are in the league right now. Obviously, if Bronny can rise, he has the hype. The hype's there. But to have that King jeans and to set the bar that high and try to compare and contrast, that'll be tough on him. But yeah, I would have to say Luka right now because I think that the Mavericks front office can put together a team around Luka, and it's all dependent on rings. I mean, you could be Giannis and never win a ring, never will win a ring, and then you don't have that same progression. So it's tough. It all depends on your culture, who's on your team, and if you can go the distance, right? So
short answer, Zion. Amani Bates is a name to watch out for. He's going to take the league by storm. And obviously, Bronny James. And don't forget about Bryce Maximus, James. He's a G2.
What about Chet? My boy Chet doesn't want to be on Twist. Come through.
Speaking of not a Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks are on pace to be the third team to have 70-plus wins, joining the 2015-16 Warriors and 95-96 Bulls. But where's their love?
All right.
Where is the love?
Okay, I think that the difference between the other two that you mentioned, the Golden State Warriors were coming off of a championship, and they were high flying. So I think that everyone was like, okay, how much better are they going to get? They won the championship last year. So they were getting the love. With the Bulls, they three-peated. Michael goes off to play baseball, comes back at the end of that last season, and then now they're revamped. They're getting into Tony Kukoc and Dennis Rodman, these guys. So it's like, how good can they be? The Bucks, I'm a Wisconsin fan, obviously, big Bucks fan.
Breaking news.
Shocking.
Yeah, I know. In case you haven't seen any bit of this show, they were knocked out of the playoffs earlier than they should have been last year by Toronto. Yeah. So they haven't proven that they deserve the love yet. So if they do win 70, they'll have to win the championship in order to validate it. So
the crappy part about it is that they're not America's team, right? They will never be that because they're just like Milwaukee. The T-Wolves. If the T-Wolves were in their shoes, they'd be the same thing.
Correct.
You're a small market Midwest team. You don't got a bunch of big contracts. You don't got a bunch of big names. You've got Giannis, and then you got maybe Chris Middleton. Right, that's what you're dealing with right now. So you don't got the big names. You're not a ESPN special.
100% guarantee. It's from a marketability standpoint that you're going to get on the air. Right. When you have Giannis is amazing, but he's one guy.
Right.
So you can just talk it up. But when you have Clay and you have Draymond and you got Steph and you got MJ and Pippen and you have all these
and you got Steve Kerr.
Stevie. I mean, it's just from a marketability standpoint. It's not even just that it's Milwaukee. It's the fact that there's only one star.
Brand awareness.
Boom.
Twist topic number 4.
The NFL draft is right around the corner. How many quarterbacks will we see go in the first round?
It could be as many as 5. What I do think, though, is something that we were talking about earlier in the week is over the past few, probably 6-7 years, there's been this trend to take a quarterback to, trade back into the first round to take quarterbacks. Then you get that 5th-year option on them.
Oh,
I don't think that's going to happen this year with quarterbacks. I think the trend is going to start going to running backs now, because now you can keep them at that lower price point, and you can, hold out of their rights. So it's going to be 5, but I think it's going to be 5 because I think that there's 5 teams who desperately need a starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who those 5. I mean, it's going to be Tua, Burrow, Love, Eason, but it's not going to be Jake Fromm.
It will, yeah. He'll get in there.
Thanks for that, Greg.
Matt? I'm going with 5. There will be 5.
He has to go with 5 or he's going to get water.
There will be 5.
poured in
The
his
crazy
face.
thing about it is you got 5. You got multiple. You got 6 QBs that could go in the first round, and that's the crazy. If we take Jalen like Mike wants, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of winners. The crazy part about it is, I mean, you got guys like Herbert that are set high as heck, right? But he's never taken a snap under center in college.
Yeah.
He's like a Kyler. He's always in the shotgun, things like that. There's a lot of question marks, man. So there's a lot of teams that if they like you, they're going to take you. Look at Danny Dimes last year in the draft. His went right up, So, Fromm will go in the first round. For those of you that haven't seen the episode, we did a water bet, me and Greg. Water bet, meaning that the loser gets to throw a glass of water into the loser's face, right? So the water bet is that I said Fromm will go in the first round, and Greg took that water bet. So
there's not a chance in hell that Jake Fromm's going in the first round.
God, I love it. Keep jinxing.
So it really depends to me on the domino effect of the draft. We know you're Joe Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Jordan Love being that 4th.
Yeah.
Are all, to me, they're locks. Then your 5th is Jalen Hurts. So you do call him a 3rd-round talent, or that's where he's projected, and you're right. He is projected right now in one of the mocks I saw last night to go as the last pick in the 3rd round of the Steelers. But it depends on, these teams are going to be scrambling. Jake Fromm isn't even after him. It's Jacob Eason.
Yeah,
so you're not going to have 7 quarterbacks go in the first round. It's just not happening. So you're getting water in your face.
Yeah, if you put Eason and Fromm together, everyone's going to take Eason before. And then there are teams, like Mike said, that do like that mobility of Jalen Hurts. So Matt, I don't care. You can talk about the water bet all you want, but you're getting water in your face.
And like I said, it's not just that he's mobile; he's elusive in the pocket, and he's got a good arm. He's a good quarterback first, and then he's able to get out and run. And I'm going to touch on that here.
Twist topic number 5.
The Vikings are broke. They got no money, a little bit of money after Everson. Should the Vikings restructure Kirk, or don't they need to free up that cap?
Yeah, you extend them. You restructure it. You take what you have, stay with consistency for once. Of course, yes.
No, I think that if you do that, then all you're doing is you're committing to mediocrity for the next few years. What you do is he's got the guaranteed money. He's not going to. The only way that you're going to get him extended is to extend him for 4 more years at X number of million, at $35 million a year. He's not worth it.
So you want us to take a stab. So that's what you're saying. You're drift away from consistency. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody has
go with Mike's theory.
What?
Take
what? You don't know what that's going to be in the pros. At least you know what Kirk is. You know
he's garbage.
Oh my God, he's consistent. He's consistent. Not every team can be as grateful as the Green Bay Packers and get lucky enough to get 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row.
I agree. So you got to pull the plug.
What? Oh my
is
God.
Kirk, when Kirk has time, is he not one of the best armed throwers?
Sure.
Right.
Sure, but that's not
okay.
In the NFL.
That's it.
No, that's not.
That's all you need.
Works.
What do you mean?
That's what? 7 plays a game?
What? Oh
my God. What I'm saying is that you need someone who's a little more dynamic. And you know what? He's going to get his money. Pay him this year. Take a guy like if Mike says Hurts, go ahead. Eason, whoever. Let him sit for a year, learn the system, and have that guy come in next year and tell Kurt, you know what? Go get your walking papers. Get out of here.
So if it was opposite and Drew Brees was the Vikings quarterback, would you restructure and extend him?
Of course.
But Kirk beat him in the playoffs.
No.
So
Kirk
what are you
doesn't have a
talking
ring.
about? Let's go.
Kirk's
wait a
not
second.
Drew Brees.
The Vikings beat the Saints.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins had 2, maybe 3 good plays.
The play that counted.
Yeah, but you're going to extend the guy and give him
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Plays?
Yes.
This is why you're mediocre. This is
No.
why you guys strive.
We're
for
mediocre because we took chances on quarterbacks like Christian Ponder, like you were saying earlier. So now you're playing both sides of the fence.
So now
you stay with consistency. You restructure him for a better deal because you're getting a consistent quarterback, and you build a team around him.
If you have a broken car, you're going to keep putting money into it, keep putting gas in it. You're going to go buy a new car.
But you don't know what the
You
car is
just
going to
want a new-
be. You don't know what the car is going to be.
A lot better.
You're
than
going.
crap you
No,
have.
reliable.
You're going to bet on a car that you don't even know how long it's going to last. You don't know
A lot
how much
longer than-
performance it has. What do you mean?
What's all this high mat crap? Where's
What's
my
up, guys?
hellos?
Good to
Yeah,
see
no
you.
kidding.
Thanks, family.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Mike, do you have anything to say on this?
Oh, do I ever?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The thing is they don't need to restructure them to free up cap. Linval and Rhodes release will free up $20 million in cap.
Yep.
The trouble with restructuring him is you already set the bar at guaranteed money. That's all he's going to want moving forward.
Right.
So you already gave him the guarantee. So now when you restructure, I know Kirk's a good guy and he might try and do team friendly, but it's about the money and he's going to want guaranteed money. I say you ride this year out. We don't need to restructure him this year to lock him in long term. We don't.
Right.
You can go test the market again. Fine. But yeah, I do say bring in a Jalen Hurts at 25 because I don't want to wait till the end of the second round to cross my fingers. And I do like Rick Spielman, and he's a wizard when it comes to draft day.
Yep.
Rewind. Draft day trades.
Yeah.
So we can release some of the old veterans. Rhodes, you're gone. Linval will restructure you, but there is money to be had without doing it now. I say just hold on. Hold on. Whew.
Wow.
That was
good. I like that.
I like the fact that Mike and I were more similar in our.
Yeah, I agreed with
feelings about the-
GBG more than you a little bit.
That's all right.
So skip it. All right, Greg. Who's your player to watch this week?
LeBron
Change the
James,
little thingy.
big game last night, did very well against Milwaukee. Now he's got another one coming up tomorrow night against the Clippers. This is playoff basketball for him. He's got to prove that, you know what, this is the way it's going to be. I got to play these tough opponents night after night. So LeBron, see how he does on game 2 of a very important 2-game stretch.
I like it.
Yeah.
Bronny. While you're sitting at home wondering what you're going to do, we're here to help.
Yeah.
Notice lately I've been drifting aimlessly.
Yeah. So what to watch? I'll give you the first one. My what to watch this week is going to be today at 3. The Minnesota Wild, they're playing the LA Kings. The Minnesota Wild have actually won their last 6 in a row on the road. So they're streaking right now, Will Ferrell style, streaking. So that is my what to watch.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be Duke UNC watching, going for my Dukies. So I will be rooting for Greg there. Also, I'm going to be gaming on Xbox One. I'm an Xbox guy.
I was going to go with Duke, North Carolina too.
I did.
I was going to go with Duke, North Carolina too, but you know what? Dayton Flyers. Watch them. They're on the 4-letter this morning.
They're favored by like 30.
Yeah, but it's fun to watch those mid-majors.
I
Watch them play,
know.
see how they're going to do in the tournament. But yeah, in all honesty, Duke, North Carolina.
There he is.
Well, that's it, folks.
That's it.
Episode 14 in the books.
Done.
Episode 15 next week. We are scheduled for 3 interviews, 2 of which are gold medal winning Olympians.
No big deal.
And the third is a Redskin, a senior reporter. Figure out what they're going to do with their squad.
Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in to Twist. We'll see you next week.